Dynamic athlete, right? He's like 6'7", 6'8". He's really powerful. And we've seen some of his explosive dunks, like some of the biggest dunks in the league.
Yep.
If he gonna make threes like this,
Crazy.
with his confidence level, it's gonna be a problem for the league. And there have been comparisons, and me and you went to Qatar with him. He reminds me of T-Mac.
If there's one player in the NBA that's been on a consistent rise, it's Anthony Edwards. In fact, I think it's safe to say the NBA just doesn't seem to have an answer for the guy right now. Stick around till later in the video and you will see just why he's got the potential to be a superstar player. Now, it's gotta be said, ever since Anthony Edwards made his debut in the NBA for the Timberwolves all the way back in December 2020, the dude's been a rising star. I mean, he was already the first overall pick in the NBA draft in 2020. And it's not like he slowed down since then. The guy was named to the NBA All-Rookie First Team in 2021 and the NBA All-Star Team in 2022 and 2023. With some of his abilities on the team, it's no surprise why the Timberwolves have been one of the best teams this season. While there's no denying that their defense is a big part of why they're doing so well, the team's centerpiece still continues to be Edwards. Most folks consider him a straight-up superstar, and honestly, that's not too surprising. He's been getting better and better with each season. In fact, in a lot of ways, his improvement has been very linear. I mean, you can pretty much chart out how much better he's been getting in his production, volume, and frequency. His points per game, assists per game, 3-point percentage, and all of it has been going up with each season. This guy's not only becoming more efficient with each passing season, but he's also becoming a lot more productive, and just generally a better player. The most amazing thing is that while usually players tend to excel in specific things, Edwards is blazing through every single category. He's truly reaching for the sky, and this is the kind of performance that's really making him a superstar in the NBA. But that's not the only reason why the NBA doesn't have an answer for the absolute force of nature that Anthony Edwards is, because there's also his rim pressure. If you've been noticing his rim pressure threat this season, you'll notice he's been giving defending anyone against him a hard time. He's been averaging about 64.3% at the rim and around 5.9 attempts per game. That's no small feat by any means. So what exactly allows the guy to have such an amazing rim percentage? Well, a lot of it can be credited to his sheer size. Being 6'5" and 205 pounds, he's got the physical strength and capability needed to be really explosive on the court. His big size doesn't stop him from being quick either. His lightning fast speed and breathtaking pace often outshines anyone he's up against. The interesting thing is that in previous seasons, given his size and speed, folks were often saying how Anthony has the potential to be a much better rim pressure threat. And it looks like just to shut him up, Edwards has been a massive threat to defenders this season. This just goes to show how he's been continuing to improve with time. Plus, if you notice this season, he's been very definitive in the way he's attacking the basket. It looks like he goes in with a set plan and a lot of time, executes it to perfection. Coupled with his rim pressure, it really does feel like this is going to become a foundational element of his offense moving forward. It's going to help make him stand out even more as an amazing player that the entire NBA will undoubtedly fear. Oh, and speaking of things that help him stand out, I've got to talk about how he's an excellent shot creator. While he might not be on the level of Luka Doncic or Kyrie Irving just yet, Edwards has some pretty decent skill counters. A lot of this is thanks to him being an athletic-based player. If you ask me, his athleticism can definitely help cover some creation flaws that a player might have. As long as the player's foundational shot-making tools are sound, that is. So, sure, while Edwards might not be on the level of these elite shot creators, his athleticism really helps pull through into that department. One fan has even said, "I'm convinced this guy would be an MJ caliber player if he played in the 90s ISO league." He has such an old school style of play and is so much fun to watch. And honestly, I can see what they mean. Being larger in size while we're still retaining a lot of speed allows Edwards to easily isolate defenders and use his bigger presence to overpower anyone in his path. His mid-range numbers could also get better, but still, his current skill set already makes him an excellent shot creator in my book. And again, with the way this guy's been improving each season, there's no saying how much better he could get at shot creation in the coming seasons. Plus, while I'm on the subject of his recent improvements, it only feels right to talk about how much better he's gotten at 3-point shooting. Since his second NBA season, he's been hitting at least 35% high volumes. He's no elite, but he's certainly getting there, especially with his improvements in the current season. It's his most efficient year since he joined the NBA. With a 38.6% percentage at 6.4 attempts per game, this guy's definitely got potential. His mechanics are extremely fluid, as far as shot versatility is concerned. Oh, and his shot mechanics are straight up awe-inspiring too. A lot of this is owed to his amazing form in his on and off ball 3-point shooting scenarios. Considering the sheer amount of things that Edwards brings to the table, this aspect of his skill set might end up going a bit unnoticed. Most fans are currently going nuts over his athleticism and shot creation ability, and honestly, that's understandable. But in a lot of ways, the fact that he's such a versatile shooter is probably one of the main reasons why he's such a flexible player. This is a quality that's needed by any player, especially one like Anthony Edwards, who's certainly the kind of guy you want to build your entire franchise around. It's just yet another factor that allows him to stand in front of the pack and really shine as one of the best players in the NBA right now. In a lot of ways, Anthony Edwards' abilities and skills seem downright impossible. I mean, the guy gives off the feeling that he's been scientifically engineered in a lab as the player who can do anything. He really does feel like the ultimate superstar shooting guard in the NBA right now. He's got all the characteristics you could expect from someone in his position. His height, strength, athleticism, all of these factors combine together to form one epic player. And this is something that's becoming more and more apparent since his NBA debut. Like I said, the guy's been showing an almost robotic pattern of improvement since his first season, and the current season is easily the best of all. Still, some folks think he's got a long road ahead of him, because one fan added, he needs to reach that magical 50, 40, 85, 35 average to really enter MJ territory, especially because of wide open lanes and the spread court. But there's no denying that if you look at the future of the Timberwolves, it does seem like Anthony Edwards is going to be a huge part of their lineup. Personally, I don't like throwing the superstar card around lightly, but Edwards seems like the player who's got potential to be that and much more. To achieve the kind of things he's been doing lately, you need to have some special talent, and well, I don't think there's anyone that doubts Anthony's got it all. I mean, you can't really teach someone's Edwards' physicality, skill, and wiring as a player to just anyone and expect them to deliver the same kind of results. And the best part is that in a few areas where he can improve, Anthony is clearly putting in the effort and getting better. He's keeping his head down and working on improving the things that will help him excel and become better in the future. It's not just about being talented, but also about how well you're able to realize your gifts and capitalize on them. And Anthony is definitely the kind of person who's not going to let his golden opportunity as a player go to waste. Even the fans seem to think so. One said, he's legit, can see Jordan and Kobe in this guy. That's not all. Another fan added, he will be the face of the NBA. He definitely has the potential, I'll say that much. Anyway, that's a wrap for this video. See you in the next one.